Hello. Teresa wanted me to come on here and share some of our resources that we use when we are making parties, sharing parties, hosting parties online. We're going to start with Zoom. I know that's a method she prefers, and meetings are great in here. You can schedule down here from here and send it directly to their email if it's sometime in the future, or just go directly in here to your home screen, and it pops up with personal meeting. And this is where you see your meeting ID. You can share via the link or just send them that meeting ID to log in and connect. To start, you scroll to the bottom and hit start. Zoom is free. This version is free. I don't pay for the Pro to record because I don't typically need to record what I'm doing. So after it's connected, it will pop up another pop-up over here. You see? You want to join with your audio. I'm going to hit mute so there's not a weird echo. And you see, when you move your mouse, everything disappears. You have to make sure your mouse is over the screen so you don't lose all your stuff. So that's the first thing you think is, oh, it's not working. It's not the same because your mouse isn't over there. So you can see your participants. I don't have the video on. You can start your video. I don't have it, so there's not an echo as well. In the very center at the bottom, that is where you share screen. It gives you the option to choose which screen you want to share. I have a double screen, so that is why it says two screens. You can ignore that. You'll have screen one, you'll select it, and you'll hit share. If you choose just a folder, that is all they will see. They will not see your extra tabs. They won't see anything else. They will see only what is on in that folder as you're scrolling through it. So you would select screen one and share, and it will pop up there. So that is how you share screen. If you want to share something else, you see you pop up your chat here, and on the very bottom on the right, you can select a file. It connects to your Dropbox, it can connect to your Google Drive, or you can upload directly from your computer. So that's great as well. That is how you can share stuff directly in the meeting. But unless it is recorded, they can only access it while you're in the Zoom. So at the bottom right is where you end, or you just exit out. And that is Zoom. Quick and easy and free. Then you have Zuba. Zuba is great if you want to do a party online, but they don't have social media like Facebook. This is great to do it online. You can schedule it out just like you're on Facebook without having to go in and remember at specific times to make a post. This is the new home screen they just updated, which is lovely. You can access your library here in the center, your outlines, your parties, or you can access them here on the left. Your master outlines. If you change something here, it will change. It'll be a permanent change. These are what your templates, essentially. We can share, or you can share it with somebody. You can edit here. See, these are your posts. This is the first part you see. So you can add a new post. You can import a post if you create a post right here in new post. Import it, and then add it into the timeline. You schedule what day you want it started, and I'll show you more on why that matters, because I know it seems confusing, but when you start it on a specific date. So day one, if I made a party for today, the 14th, it'll post today. But if I wanted it to post on the 17th, I would choose day 3 and hit apply. To edit a post itself, you edit here, it pops up like an email. You can create a link, and that will link them. There's your video. It will automatically redirect them to a new tab so they do not lose the party. You can do the current window or a new window. I usually do current window so that it opens a new tab instead of a whole new window and then they're sitting there swiping. So you can edit anything you can highlight. Bold, italic, under labs, center it, left, right, font, size. It's a lot like doing an email. You can even do the bullet points. Emojis are the same as when you do a Visly. If you go on Facebook Messenger and start typing in an emoji, you don't even have to hit send to who you're trying to send it to. You can just copy paste it and it will show up in here. So that's great. Your party preview, this is how they will post. This is what it will look like when it posts for them. So that is your outlines. To start a new party, you will come over here. You will enter all the information. Create a name, Karen's Beauty Bar. Start a date. Do a time zone. I am in Arizona, so that was a great little feature. Your party order link is your marykay.com. Your official website link. That's what you want to put in your party order link. You choose your template. You can change anything in there in the outlines. If the outline has a caret and it's supposed to be somebody's name, put host. You can only do 5 text replacements. You want to use host, text, text 2, text 3, and text 4. And then you'll put the text replacement over here to the right. Zuba has the ability to do a ticket counter if you want to do for raffles, which is great. They also have the ability to collect emails if you want, or not emails, text numbers if you want, but it is not a requirement for you to start it. Your party invite is what they see when they get the invitation. So you want it to be like, hello, join us for Karen's party. We're going to be discussing blah, blah, blah at this date, this time. That's what they get. That's what they see. You want all your information there and you want it to catch their attention. And then you'll hit create party and it will show up over here in your parties. See? When you select over here, this is what they are seeing. They will see everything here on the right. They will not see the guest list, but they will see your posts, and it opens up a party chat here on the right for everybody to participate in. You can go in here and you can edit each post right here. You cannot change the order they're on here. So if you wanted them in a different order, that is something you have to do on the previous screen. This does the shop now. That party link you entered at the very beginning when creating it, it links right here and it will automatically redirect to your website. So that's another great little feature on this site. You can't edit after it's all posted, but when you create a new party and you import a template, if you want to delete any of the posts or you want to add an extra post, you go to your outline and change it. See, there's your list view. You can add a new post here, copy one from the library if you want, whatever. And you edit your posts on the right, and just like when creating a new one. You have your images, you can link, you can change, shuffle fonts, add images, you can attach a video or a GIF, or if you already have the image in your library in a different outline, you can pull it directly from your library, which is great also. So that is Zuba. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me or customer service has always been great for me. When I had issues trying to really figure it out, I had reached out to them directly, and the owners, actually the creators, set up a Zoom meeting with me, and we went through and they showed me how to do it all. So next is, let's do Vizly. Vizly is how to do parties on Facebook. It is the best way to do it with, it's got templates in here saved to where it's already got the posts. When you start it, you want to start with an email and password login. And then when you log in, it will prompt you to connect via Facebook. After that, you have the option of logging in with Facebook or email, but I find it's best if you have an email login, so that if for some reason it disconnects from your Facebook, you're not getting kind of a runaround kind of thing. So when you are connected to your Facebook, once it's connected, I'll show you. After this is the one site that I find has a little bit of a thinking, but it is great because of everything you can do on here. Once it's connected to your Facebook, it will pull all the groups that you're in on Facebook. These are our main ones that we're admin on, but it will pull every single one, and you can track it. Once you hit track group, it will show up here at the top. So if you create a group, you'll want to create a group on Facebook and track it, and it will pull up to the top, and this is where you can start scheduling. You can either do a new post by yourself, or you can use a template and it will pull everything. You'll select your date, select your time, select who's posting. You do want to have a Facebook page, not just a group. Like Teresa has her sales director page on Facebook, in addition to having the Blades Unit group and her customer group. You have your two groups, but you need a page directly to connect to Vizly, and it will post as her. You can select all posts, or you can select only specific posts when you're importing. And this is what happens. So I chose the 14th, and this was a pre-party post. This did not post automatically because, see, I have not turned on this toggle. You do not want to flip this toggle until after you are done editing these how you want them to be. So you can preview what the post says. This is how it will show up on Facebook. This image, these wordings. It will, when you flip on the toggle, it will prompt you to change everything inside these little carrots. That's how it's programmed. So I'll show you. When you create a new post or you come in and edit, you can change the date, you can change the time. Title is required. It doesn't matter what it says. It can say post 1. We do the emojis, copying from Facebook Messenger. These carrots are what tells the program something needs changed. That way, you don't accidentally have a different hostess's name in there, or Teresa, or your own name in there, or a wrong link or date. It tells you what to change. I do believe it's restricted to like 25, 30 characters long. That is something to keep in mind. You can't just put it around a whole paragraph. It has to be bite-sized pieces. It also lets you connect a video, a whole album, a web link, or an image. Images you can pull from any of your templates, or if it's one you know is not in Vizly yet, you can upload directly from your computer. And then once you have all of this edited the way you want it to be, you'll flip your little toggle on. right here, it will prompt, if it gives you an issue, it may be that it somehow didn't connect automatically. It will give you a link here that will prompt you to connect your page to it. So you also have the ability, if you accidentally selected the wrong template, to delete all the posts. That's a great little feature they have as well. So there's your groups. Here's your pages. See, she has her Mary Kay one, she has her personal one. You can do a text conversation. When you pay for Visly, it gives you the option to do send mass texts. You see, you have your little conversations. You can do a new conversation, and that's how you add a new person, first name, last name, phone number, and you give them a tag, whether it's active consultant, a customer, a specific area customer. And then once all those tags are added to everybody, if you need to do more than one, you can import contact. It's a CSV file. When you get a list of customers, like say customers from Mary Kay in Touch, it downloads as an Excel, but you can save as a CSV and import them all, and it will prompt you to do the tags as well. To do a group action, like all the active consultants, let's do that one. You can edit tags on all available contacts. You can stop scheduled texting if it's for a specific person that has asked you to stop texting. You can load a template where we do all, and that will automatically schedule it to go to everybody. You select your template, let's say meeting reminder, you select the date you want it sent and the time you want it sent, you hit next, and it's good to go. So that's how you send a text conversation. Your templates are all over here underneath the planning templates. We have all these templates. They can be shared for you to edit. Just make sure you look at every post and edit them as needed. And you can also prepare texting templates here as well, where you have you don't have to do description. This is a great way if you want to set up touch points, but you want to text them, but you don't want to forget to text them on specific days, like a week out, a month out, whatever. You select your days. I usually do exact time of day. That way I know I'm not texting them at 5 o'clock in the morning. And then you create your message. You can also attach an image as well. And then once you hit save, it's over here in texting, and you can pull it over here. Facebook templates works the same way. Once it's in a template, if you pull it into a group, edit, flip on your toggle, you're good to go. Last is Canva. Canva is great for making little graphics. They have all the different sizes you need. So look, oops, let me move this here. You have your templates. Let it load. And it will break it down by where you want to post. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. Just keep in mind they are specifically broken down like this because the dimensions are different for all of them. So if you make a Facebook cover, that is meant to be an entire cover. If you try to post it on Instagram, they will see like the very, very center of it. They will not see the whole image because it's not made to their dimensions. So that's something to keep in mind when you're making something. Once you select which kind of post you want to do, you can choose a template, any of them. and edit. Everything on them is editable. But typically for the background, you want to kind of leave it as it is. But say this one, you can change the text. What's it saying? This one, you can change out the images. What do you want? 3 different products. If you want to start from scratch, you see it's got almost 200,000 options that you can choose from. If you want to start from scratch though, you can come up here and do any kind of theme you want to do. Pink, hearts, girly. It gives you the options. And you can select any of these templates. So let's start with this one. See, everything in here is now editable. You can delete them as needed. You can change it. So let's say we choose one of the new boosters. You can take the name, right click copy, select inside, hit paste, and now you have different wording. If you do Control A, it will select everything and you can change the size of the wording. If you want your box to be wider, just drag out your corners and now it's all on one line. See? You can change that way. That will also change font size a little bit. You can change the font color. You can change the font in itself. That will pop up over here on the left. From here, you can add elements, which are stickers, graphics, extra photo. That tends to get a bit overwhelming. So personally, I stick to what I know. You can upload images. You can also, let's move that, delete images or download an image straight from here. But we're going to add that one. So if you import an image and you see how the white is now covering the pink, if you drag that in, it will crop it for you. And now you can move it over more and it's not taking away any of the pink. If you want to add an image, you upload your file that way. MaryKay.com is great for this. If you try to right click directly here, right click save, you see right click save image, it will pull up a teeny tiny little image. But if you right click open image in new tab, it pulls up this big image. This is actually a PNG, which means the background is transparent. There will not be that white outline that I just cropped out of that other image. This one, open image in new tab. You see how it's got a white background? If you just do it down there, it was teeny tiny. You have to make sure you click on this big one up here and it's big. So that's something to keep in mind as well. If it's opening tiny, try getting it a different direction and it'll do it. So this one has the white background, so it'll have a white background when I save. And now if you upload, there you go, open. See, it gives you the little status bar because it's thinking. And you add it and you adjust it to size, however you want it, or crop, whatever. And then you can just copy paste this wording. You can make up your own wording. You add your text. You can do it whether it's fancy with, you see, fancy with neon, or you can choose to do just a little tiny font and it automatically gets it good and generally what you need it for a graphic like this. But if you select all, you can change the font size and make it fit. and everything is still adjustable. So you can do a 38 there, and you have a little cute little graphic that's ready for you to share on Facebook. You also can do file, download. You can also download up here on share. You can get a link and share it with somebody. This you can share on your Facebook. This is how you share it to your social media. You can download here and change PNG, JPEG, PDF, GIF, because they do give you the ability to make a little video. It's all possible to do just here inside Canva. I believe once you hit save, it will show up in your projects over here. If you share a link, let me see. This is what it will look like. They'll get this link, or you will get a link, and you select use template, and it will automatically pull into your Canva, and you can usually edit all the parts of it just like these are editable. So that's hopefully a little bit of everything without being too overwhelming, and it'll get you started, and you can make your own little graphics and stuff as you're going. And if you have questions, you can contact me or Teresa, and I'm sure Teresa will cover anything that I missed in covering all 4 of these. So have a good night.